At Arizona State University, we're bringing world-class education from our globally acclaimed faculty to you. Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu. At Arizona State University, we've made online education better, smarter, and more personalized so you can go further in your aspiring field.
I decided to pursue medicine once I realized that ASU did have the online program for biological sciences. You're still required to learn the same curriculum. You're still being tested on the same content that anyone would be tested on in person. The comprehensiveness of the program prepared me so well for medical school.
Explore over 350 plus programs at asuonline.asu.edu.
Calaroga Shark Media.
From Scotland, where it's time to release the Epstein files, this is Ballot.
The Scottish newspaper The National's front page read, "Convicted U.S. felon to arrive in Scotland." Let's hit this. I'm Patrick Gutfield, and President Trump was in Scotland this weekend for what the White House is calling a working visit. And by working visit, they mean he was opening a second golf course at his Scottish resort while occasionally meeting with world leaders between rounds. That's like calling your vacation to Vegas a business conference because you attended one meeting at the hotel bar, or hosting your snarky podcast from the new Calaroga Hampton studios. Trump visited both of his Scottish golf properties, Trump Turnberry and Trump International Scotland in Aberdeenshire, where he's participating in a ribbon-cutting ceremony for his new 18-hole golf course. A ribbon-cutting ceremony! Nothing says presidential diplomacy like wielding giant scissors while wearing golf cleats. The new course is called the MacLeod Course, named after Trump's mother, Mary Ann MacLeod, who was born in Scotland in 1912, which means Trump is the daughter of a foreigner. This Scotland trip is just the latest example of Trump mixing presidential duties with personal business. In his first term, Democrats complained about his Washington hotel becoming a popular destination for foreign delegations looking to spend money. Back then, the blowback was so strong that Trump scrapped plans to host a G7 meeting at his Doral Resort in Florida. But apparently, in his second term, Trump has decided subtlety is overrated. And Trump's business ventures have exploded since returning to office. According to his financial disclosure documents, he made over $1.3 million from Lee Greenwood's God Bless the USA Bible. That's a lot of money for a book that already exists. He also made $2.5 million from Trump sneakers and fragrances, $2.8 million selling Trump watches, and over $1 million on a 45 guitar. Then there's the Qatar situation. Trump accepted a luxury 747 jet from Qatar as a gift to use as Air Force One. When critics called this a blatant attempt by Qatar to curry favor and possibly violate the Constitution's Foreign Emoluments Clause, Trump's response was classic. I would never be one to turn down that kind of an offer. I mean, I could be a stupid person say, no, we don't want a free, very expensive airplane. Trump's businesses have also expanded internationally. CNN reported that the Trump family's Middle East business ties have more than tripled since his first term. He's partnered with Live Golf, the professional tour bankrolled by Saudi Arabia, and has multiple licensing deals with foreign developers who pay to use the Trump name. One of those projects is a Trump-branded golf course in Qatar, the same Qatar that gave him the free airplane. So let me get this straight. Qatar gives Trump a plane, and then Trump licenses his name for a golf course in Qatar. That's not international diplomacy. That's a really expensive game of you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
What if everything you've been taught about happiness is wrong? We chase careers, approval, more stuff, hoping it'll finally make us feel fulfilled, but it never sticks. What if happiness isn't out there, but already inside you, just waiting to be unlocked? Discover the book, The Happiness Experiment. Every person has a unique happiness type, and when you understand yours, everything shifts. You'll stop chasing and start creating joy on your own terms. Discover your happiness type with a free happiness type assessment. Go to myhappinesstype.com. That's myhappinesstype.com. It takes just a minute and it might change your life. Then grab your copy of The Happiness Experiment at Books A Million. This isn't just a book, it's a practical framework, a journey inward. It's a tool to help you reconnect with the happiness that's been waiting inside you all along. Pick up The Happiness Experiment and start your happiness experiment today.
President Trump is having what can only be described as a truth social meltdown, demanding that Kamala Harris, Beyonce, Oprah Winfrey, and Al Sharpton all be prosecuted for campaign payments during the 2024 election. And when I say meltdown, I mean the kind where you're posting in all caps like you just discovered the internet. Trump posted on Truth Social, and yes, that's still a thing, claiming that paying celebrities for campaign appearances is totally illegal. Which is interesting legal theory from a man who once paid a porn star $130,000 to not talk about their alleged encounter. But apparently, when Democrats pay celebrities, that's illegal. When Republicans pay people to stay quiet, that's just good business. According to Trump's latest grievance, Harris's campaign paid Beyonce $11 million for an endorsement where she never sang, not one note, and left the stage to a booing and angry audience. $11 million. That's more than some countries spend on their entire military budget. And apparently, it was all so Beyonce could show up, not sing, and disappoint people. That's like paying Leonardo DiCaprio $11 million to not paint anything. But here's where this gets really entertaining. Trump has been making these same accusations since last December. But every time he tells the story, the numbers change. In December, he said it was $11 million, $2 million, and $500,000. In his latest post, he's claiming it was $11 million, $3 million, and $600,000. Either Trump has a very creative relationship with math, or inflation is hitting celebrity appearance fees harder than anyone thought. The actual reported payments were much smaller. Beyoncé's production company got $165,000, Oprah's company received $1 million, and Al Sharpton's organization got $500,000. But why let facts get in the way of a good rant? Trump's version has more zeros, which makes it sound scarier, like when restaurants describe their burgers as having 1,000 island dressing instead of just saying special sauce. Trump's post continued with his assessment of these celebrities. He called Al Sharpton a very low-rated TV anchor and a total lightweight, which is rich coming from someone whose own TV show got canceled and whose social media platform has fewer users than a small-town book club. Hey, it takes a 1980s-era New York City grifter to know one. It's like a magician not being impressed by a fellow magician. The best part of Trump's argument is his claim that, can you imagine what would happen if politicians started paying for people to endorse them? All hell would break out. All hell would break out? As opposed to the current situation where politics is known for its calm, rational discourse, and politicians never spend money trying to influence public opinion. Portions of today's program were made with the help of a convicted felon, the Epstein files, and AI.
From the creators of Palace Intrigue, a new chapter in royal history begins. William and Kate's wedding captures the world's attention, but royal life isn't as perfect as it seems. Tensions rise as Harry meets Meghan, sparking a divide that will shake the monarchy to its core. From explosive interviews to family scandals, the royal family faces its most public challenges ever. As King Charles takes the throne, the future of the monarchy hangs in the balance. Family secrets, royal rifts, and the future of the crown. Crown and Controversy, wherever you get your podcasts.
From Calaroga Shark Media comes Celebrity Trials, the explosive new podcast that exposes the truth behind America's most captivating cases. I'm Reed Carter, and I'll take you inside real-live daily trials and classic celebrity cases where fame, power, and justice collide. From Jeffrey Epstein's billion-dollar sex trafficking empire to the prep school killer who walked free, from family annihilators to celebrity plea deals. Discover the shocking verdicts, twisted evidence, and cultural forces that shape American justice. These aren't just crimes, they're cultural moments that reveal who we really are. Justice isn't always swift, but it's absolutely riveting. Celebrity Trials, available wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome to Alligator Alcatraz, a new podcast from Calaroga Shark Media. They built a detention center in the Florida Everglades to separate families and break spirits. Surrounded it with alligators, figured that'd be the end of it. What they didn't count on was Tommy Esperanza. a quiet maintenance worker who turned their bureaucratic nightmare into something extraordinary. While corrupt politicians profited from human suffering and incompetent officials created disasters with PowerPoint presentations, Tommy built an underground network that reunited families, exposed massive fraud, and brought down a congressman. Where the Gators were smarter than the guards, families fought back against systematic cruelty, and one man proved that wisdom beats authority every single time. Alligator Alcatraz, available wherever you get your podcasts.